baby back ribs that's more of a Mexican flavor with the Mexican rub on it. It takes paprika, so you want equal parts of paprika, cumin, and salt and pepper. And so about 3 tablespoons of each, 2 of the salt and 1 of the pepper. And you create this, looks like this, it's a nice little rub, and then you're gonna wanna put it on your baby backs, and you just get a good coating all over them. On both sides. And when I'm done with this, I'll put it in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours on low and slow, and I'll show you here in a minute how to cook them in the oven. Then I ultimately finish them in the grill, so we'll show you how that works. This is what it looks like after the rub's been put on. You can see I've coated it pretty well with that rub. And then I put it in these sheet pans, and then I put that grate over the top, because the next part of this is I'm gonna cook it in the oven for about 3 hours. An hour and a half of it I'm gonna cook with it covered. The remaining hour and a half I'm gonna cook with it not covered. But I'm gonna put water below the pan here to create a kind of a steam. And so just put a little water at the bottom of this, and then cover those ribs up. And again, cover it for an hour and a half, and then take that off, take it off for another hour and a half at about 300 degrees, and then they'll go on the grill to finish it out. So this is what it looks like after it's been in the oven for a couple hours, and you can see the water that I put underneath there now has some of that rendered fat in it, and I'm going to use that in a minute. But here are the other 2 racks that I put in there. You can see the steam coming off of there, so it's starting to soften really nice. So what I do is I make some basting sauce. The elements in the basting sauce includes onions, jalapenos, a little olive oil. So we'll get that starting to reduce, or at least cook down a little bit. Then I'll add some chopped tomatillos in that, and on top of the tomatillos, I'll put a little bit of brown sugar, and then, or honey, either one, and then I'll put some of this reduced water with the rendered fat from the ribs in there to cook all that down. So I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. So I've diced the tomatillos up, and then what I'll do is I'll take some of that, go ahead and take your ribs off and they're getting ready for the grill. And I'll just put some of that sauce in there like that. I call it sauce, but we're using this for the basting of the ribs when they're on the grill. So to get that going, take a look inside there. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna let that cook down for about 10 minutes or so, and then I'll pulsate it or blend it up to get a good puree. So I'll show you that in a sec. After you've cooked those tomatillos down and they're pretty soft, I'll add some cilantro to that. But then the other thing I'll do is go ahead and puree this little tool. Because this is what, again, this is the stuff we're gonna baste those ribs with out on the grill. And it's mostly, it's that tomatillo, it's onions, it's jalapenos. I put a little bit of honey in there. There you go, that's what she looks like. So now I put the tomatillo sauce. This is what it looks like before I put it on the grill. So I'm gonna put it on the grill. I'll take you out there, but we're gonna put it on low heat for about 15-20 minutes, maybe up to a half hour, depending on the char you want. But just let it slowly cook with that sauce on it and let it caramelize. So here we're out on the grill. What I'll do is cook it kind of the rib side down first for 5 to 10 minutes. Let that tomatillo sauce kind of sink in, cook in just a little bit. Again, really slow. Put these all on low heat and just cover it up and let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll flip them over in a minute. So I've had this going for about 10 minutes, rib side down with the first of the sauce on the top. And you can see I'm just gonna flip them over now, but what I'm looking to try to do here is kind of crisp these up, get a little caramelization going on here. You can see the rib ends are kind of getting really crispy. Again, that's what you're looking for. These are already soft ribs. You're just trying to put a little flavor in there. And if you cook them nice and slow, I think you're gonna get that. And then what I'll do after I turn them over like that is just put some of that on the top as well. This just helps put a little more flavor on there, and then it also helps you get that additional char on these ribs. Again, I'll probably leave those when I don't have the ribs on the downside. When I just have the meat against there, I don't leave them near as long. I probably let them go about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes on this side or low heat. And then I'll flip them one more time on both sides. This is the first flip. I'm flipping the bone side back down, but you can see what you're looking to try to achieve is get a little of that caramelization, a little char. That's why you gotta watch them and cook them slow. You don't want them to char up too much. So this is about perfect. That's about what you're looking to see. And then what I'll do is go ahead and put another coat on these bad boys. Put a little extra love on them. One more turn and these guys are going to be good to go.
Okay.
So this is what it looks like after it's been grilled and flipped a couple times. You can see there's some char marks on there, but I'll tell you, it's very tasty. So let's take these off this grill and let's have a little taste. So here's the final product. You can see the rib rub and the tomatillo got a nice little char on them. Tons of flavor. Delicious.